Good morning. Monday, June 14th, 21 to you. How are you doing? How have you been? Oh my gosh, I've missed y'all so much. That's why I'm back. My intent was, when I took my sabbatical, was to just stop YouTube altogether. I was just like, I think I'm done with YouTube. I really do. But I really did start missing y'all so much. I started missing y'all probably after the second week that I took my little break. And last week, for sure, because I started video taping last week, I did a little bit of that. But then I was like, I don't know if I'm quite ready. But this week, the more I kept, every day last week, I was just like, yeah, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I want to do it. I miss them. I miss them so bad. So here I am, back. So I appreciate those who stick with me through my yo-yoing. I know it can be whiplashy, and I apologize for that. But when you're a YouTuber, or even when you're just an artist, it's really hard. It's hard, especially when you are a creative person and you feel like you have to be on all the time, you have to be creative all the time. It can get very... So, I appreciate those so much that stick with me and just continue to watch when I do post videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if you could do me a favor, if you could like the video, and if you've not subscribed, if you could subscribe, I would so much appreciate it. The algorithm for YouTube it's crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. And so every little bit helps. Commenting helps. Liking the video helps. Sharing it helps. All of that helps the it just tells YouTube, oh yes, please recommend her. So I'd appreciate it. But I have been in here almost every day in my studio creating, and I want to show you what I've been doing. I've had so much fun. Yes, you know, how can I put that? I like to be bought from thing to thing, if you haven't noticed. Like, I'll get obsessed with a craft, and then I just have to do it like for months and all that, like knitting. I did nothing but knit. And then I started beading, and it was bead, you know? And so now I'm into polymer clay. I've been watching videos for polymer clay, and oh my gosh, y'all, I have made some really cute crap. I'm telling you, made some really cute stuff. Oh, so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you some of the other things that I have been working on. And I still have been keeping up with the watercolor challenge, the weekly watercolor challenges. I have been doing that. So I'll show you all of that as well in this video. So I am back. So thank you again for your patience and your support and your understanding. And I'm just not sure how I want the format of my channel to be. I don't know if I want to, I definitely want to do, you know, the vlogs. I feel like I really like doing the vlogs. This is what makes me feel like I'm more connected to y'all, is doing the vlogs. But I don't know if I want to keep doing the live streams like on the projects that I do, or do I just want to do videotape some of the time that I'm doing my project and then put it in the vlogs. So I'm kind of leaning toward the latter, of just filming me doing the project and then editing it down really concisely and putting that in the vlogs. And if there's something new that I'm doing that I feel like a type of tutorial, teachable thing to do, then just do a totally different, you know, video on that. But still do the live stream on Wednesdays with my watercolor challenge. I don't know. I kind of like doing both. I love doing the live streams, but I also love the vlogs. So I'm just afraid there won't be much to talk about in the vlogs if I don't do the live streams. You know what I mean? I mean, if I don't videotape the stuff, if I do the live streams. Okay. Anyway, we're getting all off topic here. Let me turn you around and let me show you what I've been doing. It's so cool. So cool.
Okay, so I want to show you what I have been working on. So this is the journal that I started with the resin covers, right? I made this out of resin, just testing out some ideas. I did another one and I put flowers in it, but as you can see, this is not very thick at all. And flowers usually takes 2 layers. You do a layer, let it cure for about 5 hours, then you put your flowers in, then you put your other layer on top, because flowers tend to float up to the top of the resin, right? And so I did do 2 layers, and I think it could have probably worked, but the problem was, I thought my desk that I was doing it on, because I do work with my resin out in my garage, I thought it was level. Guess what? It was not level. So I had some really thin parts down here and some really fat parts up here. So I have to make sure, and I even have a level on that desk, but I think I bumped it, not knowing I bumped it after I leveled it off. So that's what happened. But anywho, this is the one that I did, and I just love this, especially behind this page. Now, I am planning on putting these journals on my Etsy store. I want to sell them. This one is mine though. But I am going to put the pages that I have done like as a packet, you know, inserts that you can just purchase these on your own if you want to. So because I am also going to, and I have a little, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there is a little board over here, and it has what I'm going to do each day of the week. And this Thursday, I am working on my chipboard journals. So I'm making these, but I'm going to have it as a chipboard thing instead. I'm going to move y'all out just a little bit so you can see. It's going to be the same size, but it's going to be in chipboard. But it's going to be like this. This is my art journal, where you can take the pages out. So these pages will be where you can take them out if you want to. I thought that would be cool. And this might have a little inlay in it and all this. I've got ideas. So it's going to be a little bit different than this. But the inserts will fit in both this and this. So if you ever run out of paper, you can always just buy the packet and have more paper, right? So, but let me show you what the paper is. So this is actually, you can use chalk on it. That's what this is. This is a chalkboard paper, so to speak. So you can use chalk, soft pastels. I have been watching, y'all, I mentioned I've been watching a lot of Polymer clay. They call them chalk pastels. I'm like, they're not chalk pastels, they're soft pastels. I don't understand why you call them chalk pastels. Is that a new thing? Or have they changed the way that they're branding these things? I don't know. But anyway, so you can use soft pastels on this as well. And of course, it erases, because it is, see, it erases. And you put water on it and you can just, you know, clean it. Use it over and over and over again. I thought that was just a cool thing, because I always love chalk. So there you go. And then there's a few pages of just sketch paper, drawing paper, whatever you want to call it. And I thought it'd be cool to put some like craft paper in there just to give a different tone, different texture. This is more of a multimedia journal. You know, it's not quite a sketchbook, so to speak. You can use different mediums in this. Again, this paper is the same as the front paper. And then I also have, this is more of a like a linen paper. And then I have a different texture. Again, drawing, sketching, whatever you want to do. This is the marker paper, which is the best marker paper that I have come across. I love this paper. So I have a few pages of that. I actually have watercolor in here as well of colors. And I also have paper that you can use acrylic or oil on. So this is canvas paper. So all of these will come into the journal. So I'm excited. This takes a while to make. You know what I'm saying, people? But it's on the horizon. It's there. I just wanted to make sure that these were the papers that I wanted to use, and they are, and I love them. I love this journal so much. So we have that I have been working on. Oh, and these are going to be the little things that the paper are going to go into. And look, it's got a little heart on it. Isn't that the cutest little thing you've ever seen? I just love it. Oh, it's so adorable. So I've got those to go on the thing. All right. So that's what I've been working on. Let me show you the watercolors that I did. I'm going to come down a little bit on this. Just a little. All right. Let's see. I think the rainbow fish, was the last thing that I did with y'all. So week 20 was bugs. So I did a dragonfly and a butterfly on here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I used like the metallic color watercolors for the dragonfly to kind of give it a little bit of a sheen. Thought that was cute. And that was week 20. Week 21 was fruit, and I did these. I just thought it'd be fun to do a little, like it's tile, like a little bit of a tile thing going on there. If you're wondering why I'm looking this way, my monitor is over this way for me to see what my camera is looking at. Since I've got my other view camera set up, I can't see it from the viewfinder up there. So that is why, if you're wondering what is going on there. This week was called A Tree with a Twist, and I really love this one. That is what I worked on in my journal, just to get the idea of what was in my head would translate. The only thing that I don't like about this picture or this painting is this up here. I kind of goofed up, and then I thought, maybe if I make it look like you could see it either way, like the tree is one way and the other way, but it just looks gross. I don't like it. Just this part. If we took this part away, I really love this. I love the colors. I love it. So yeah, but I was happy with it. I had fun. And then last week it was cupcakes, and so I'm kind of in a galaxy mood type situation, and so I did kind of like a cupcake that has like a galaxy theme to it. So this was fun too. So that is what I did with the watercolor challenge. Like I said, I kept up with it. Now, what I want to show you what I've really been working on. I feel like I've worked on other things, but I don't know. So, like I said, I'm into polymer clay. I'm going to come back down. Wrong way. Here, and I'm going to bring this over to kind of help with that glare there. So, I've got these little guys. These, are they not the cutest little thing? They're little donuts. I love them. I made the icing a little too fat, and Amanda thought that the donut itself was a little too fat on these. And I think the eyes are a little too big, but for my first time doing this, I thought they turned out super duper cute. They're not the cutest little thing. I did put a little, the reason why these look like a little cloudy is I put a little gem on top of the clay. I don't know. I was just playing around, checking it out, trying to just feel my way through and figure out what to do. But yeah, these are so cute. I love them. And I probably will make these into like keychains. I think I'll just keep them for me though. I don't know. Since they're my first, I kind of like to keep all my first things that I do. And so with that in mind, you know, with Amanda's critique, I made her a pair of earrings. And they're not, as you can see, they're not near as thick. They're the same size around, but they're not as fat, as thick. Neither is the icing. So I've worked that kink out. I kind of know what I need to do with that. But I love them. I really do. I think these are so cute, and it's so much fun to do. And of course, this is why I really want a studio outside of my home. I really would love to be able to just go somewhere and be able to just leave my room for literally 30 seconds. I wasn't even out of here for that long. Jack, my cat, he came and he stuck his paw in here. Worse than what this was. I kind of squished it back up. But that is why that dent is in there. So this is a Jackie paw. These are Amanda's anyway. They were hers to begin with. So I'm like, well, you have Jack with you forever. So that is what happened there. And but I just think they're too cute. She wants them as earrings. She's going to wear them as earrings. So I just need to put the earrings on those for her. And then, oh my gosh, these, they are so cute. I made little turtles, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, this was so fun. These are like the cutest things ever on the planet. I love them so much. I tried to make them the same size, but this one's just a tad bit bigger. His body is just a little bit longer, but aren't they cute? I just love them. Love them. Oh, so I made those, and then I like these two a lot. I made, these are going to end up being earrings as well. But this is from, I did on these already. It's the polymer clay, and then you use the fingernail foils on them and all that kind of stuff. So, but I really love these guys too. They're really pretty. This is supposed to be translucent powder, but you can't see through it, so I don't know how thin you got to get it for it to be translucent, but but there you go. So that is what I've been working on. Like I said, I feel like I've been working on more things, and I just don't. I have been doing a lot of sketching, and that kind of stuff. So that's in my sketchbook that I've been doing. So when I wasn't in here doing this stuff, and like I said, I've been watching Polymer Clay. Oh, I did get my last Paletful Pack box. I did cancel that subscription. They went up on the price, and I was just like, it was for shipping. I think they were going to charge more for shipping. And again, I felt like I was done with YouTube, so I was like, well, I don't need it anyway. So I did get my last box, and it had some colored pencils in it, and like this stuff. What did I do with it? And it had this, which helps you to move the color pencil around. So that was what was in that box, and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to reach over you. I have it up. And it came with some board too. This is the board it came with. And so I'm going to move you back out. And so this is what I created with that. I created just a little face and flowers, just trying to see how this stuff moved on the page and everything like that. So this was kind of cool to do a little bit. I went my separate route. I almost did what I normally do, and that's to put the chin. I usually put the chin like here. I don't have a lot of, I don't do a lot of room between the lip and the chin usually. And so I thought, oh, just change it up and I'll make her chin a little bit longer. And I feel like it makes it look a little weird. And I think the mouth is down a little bit too far from the nose a little bit. So, but I had fun doing her. It was really just to check out that spread stuff just to see how it works. So it was kind of cool. It was different for sure. So I have been working on that. And I also did, because I'm into this polymer clay stuff, and kind of back into my resin and such, working with the polymer clay, that I did subscribe to a different kind of box. It is a it's for resin mainly. It is for resin, and it's from Sophie and Toffee. And so each month you get a box that has like resin molds and pigments and stuff like that in it. So I'm excited. It should ship out in a couple of days actually. So I'll have that in, hopefully the first week of July. So we can open that together. I did buy a starter box. Some of the stuff I already had, a lot of it I did, but there were a few things that I didn't have that I wanted to go ahead and get, and the box was cheaper than just getting them individually. So, and it came super duper quick. This box comes from Japan. Well, it came from Singapore, but it's like boxed up. It's a Japan company, I guess I should say. And I ordered it Friday, and I got it like Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week. I was shocked that it only took a few days for it to get here. I was like, no way. And because I was like, oh my gosh, it got here so fast. Surely it's from California or something, as fast as I got it. Nope. The label says from Singapore, and it went through customs and everything. And I was like, dang. So I was very impressed with that. So yeah, so that's all the stuff that I have been working on, and just playing around in here. I have been working on some D&D stuff as well, painting some things and all that kind of stuff. So but yeah, I'm excited to be back, and again, I appreciate everyone who just supports me and understands. And yeah, so I can't wait to get creating today. Today I'm supposed to not finish, but continue my bunny in a pot painting. I am so excited for that. I want him to be a cutie patootie. So I'm hoping it's going to come out. I'm looking at him right now. He's pretty cute. So I just have to finish up some of the details of that. Y'all, I will see y'all later. Bye.
Good Tuesday morning to you, June the 15th, 2021. Letting my hair dry. Been letting it dry, air dry, the last few weeks that I've washed it. Put a little bit of product in it, a little bit of hair cream and gel and such. Try to keep the frizz down, you know how it goes. So it'll probably be dry in like 5 hours. It takes my hair a long time to dry. So how's everybody doing? How'd you do yesterday? I'm good. I did a live stream. I did work on my bunny in a pot. I will put some of that footage in right now.
So I started putting in some darker greens in some of the areas. I just felt like it needed a little bit more depth. And then I made some purple just flowers. These are out of my head. They're not real flowers. I just wanted purple flowers in there. And so I really love this color. It's just lovely. I really, really like this purple that's more of a lilac, I guess, or lavender color maybe. But yeah, I just felt like it needed bigger flowers than the little splashes that I put before. And then I went ahead and put some leaves in. And this was what I had envisioned to begin with, is just to put leaves throughout it and some stems. And then the more I looked at the flowers, well, I knew when I was making the flowers that I was going to put some kind of a darkness in there. And so that's what I did. And then I put the bunny's eyes just to make him look a little cuter. But of course, this is not done. It's still a work in progress. And then I felt the pots really needed some red. I wanted just red in them. So I added some red. And then at the this fur brush, I'm still trying to understand how it works, but I wanted to lighten the bunny up just a little bit, so I used like a grayish color in there and tried to use this fur brush. So hopefully I'll get the hang of it after a while, but I think the bunny is coming along really, really cute. Oh, he's adorable. And then the bottom, I felt like it just needed a little bit of something texture-wise on the bottom of the page. So I just added brown to that. So work in progress. I'm excited about him. He's just too cute. Too cute. And the nose was a little bit too pink, so I'm working on that too.
It was so much fun to do that. I am in love with this thing. I am loving it, and I'm having so much fun too. Just taking my time with it. And you know, oil, I'm gonna tell, oil is one of my favorite mediums because it's way more forgiving, I feel, than any of the others. Like, you can do it, let it dry, go over it again if you don't like what you've done, right? And it's wonderful. And I love the texture of the oil when it dries. It's just, So I am really loving working with oil paints on this. Today I'm going to be working with my polymer clay. I'm going to do a few earrings and turtle earrings and all this kind of stuff today, working with clay. And I wanted to show y'all the construction that's going on. If you've been keeping up with that, I'll just show you. We'll go outside and I'll show you. It's so hard with these trees, but we think buildings are going to be coming right in here. So all we're going to see is the back of buildings. It's going to block our view of the lake that we used to have. You can't tell, but I think it's a concrete truck. But anyway, that is what that looks like. And there is a big drop. We went over the other day and looked. It's probably a 10-15 foot drop down. So I'm hoping they're going to put a concrete wall, or this eventually will just erode away. You know, and it's probably what, 6 feet to our property from there. So yeah, very interesting. Probably, I would say by the end of this month, they'll be done with all the grading and everything, and they'll start to actually start building whatever it is they're putting there. Condos is what it's supposed to be. So, I don't know, we will see. So, it's almost lunchtime right now, and I am hungry, so I think I'm going to eat me a little something. Tonight, I created a crock pot meal with chicken and cream of mushroom soup and the roasted garlic cream of mushroom soup. A little bit of the Better Than Bouillon vegetable and garlic in it, and that's what we're having for dinner tonight with rice. It's pretty yummy, and it's just easy. And I figured out with the crock pot, like when I make something with chicken, unless it's like barbecue chicken or like chicken I'm gonna shred up, to pre-cook or just brown the chicken, kind of like how you would brown your beef, to give it, just lock in the juice and flavor. So I go ahead and I brown both sides of the chicken before I put it in the crock pot, and it's so good. And then the crock pot just cooks it slow, and it's just so juicy, and it is so good. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight. So, but I don't know what I'm gonna have for lunch. Amanda's car broke down Sunday. We had to go rescue her, and then so Barry had to get the car towed to his shop yesterday. So he thinks he knows what's wrong with it. He's pretty sure, just has to wait for the part. Somebody is getting into my stuff. Jack. So Amanda has my car to go to work. So I'm without a vehicle. So, because I was thinking, maybe I'll go get me something to eat. But again, I have no vehicle. And usually I don't go out anyway. So, yeah, right, Jack, stay out of there. Well, Boo's in here too. Everybody's in here today. Boo, Freckles. Now Freckles is like, okay, what is it? What's going on? Yeah, I've kept my room pretty much organized. I'm pretty pleased with myself. It's still looking pretty good. Of course, my Sculpey is out because I'm going to be using that. But you know, I said, I'm not buying anything else. And then what do? This is the box that the resin stuff I was talking about came in. So that's all there. And then I bought just new resin that I didn't want to put out in the garage. So that's there. I'm just like, Gina, you said you weren't going to buy anything else. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty still. And look, oh, there he is. Isn't he adorable? Oh. I'm thinking it needs a little, maybe one little flower over here. I don't know. Just seems a little outbalanced, or maybe one in the middle of these or something. But I didn't want to put too many of those on there, you know. And I think what I will do too, when I work on it next time, is put a little bit of darker purple in the flowers, maybe. I'm just gonna wait for it to dry to exactly see, you know, what I think it may need. But I think it's turning out great. I'm loving it. My bunny's turning out cute. And I think on the bunny, I'm going to, on his nose, instead of it being all pink, I think I'm going to bring the brown down a little bit on it. Because I was looking at Freddie's nose, my bunny's nose, and you know, it's not pink like that all the way up. So I'm thinking it just needs it. Look what I did. Gina, you goof. But I think it just needs it down there. Why am I getting all these freaking phone calls? All of a sudden, that's 2 in a row since I picked up this camera. Anyway, so that's my thought on there. I'm gonna just keep, you know, like I said, oil paint is so easy. I can easily just cover that up if I want to and not worry about it. So, but I'm gonna go try to find something to eat. Might just eat some ramen noodles with some, I put an egg in it. So it's kind of like egg drop soup, but it's ramen. So I've been eating that. So I really don't, I had to throw away my bread I thought I had because it was a little suspect looking. Even though the date on it was just a couple of, you know, like, it was today actually. But it just looked a little suspect. I didn't like the way it looked. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to try to eat that. So, but anyway. Alright, I will talk to y'all later. And when I work on my polymer clay, I'll add a little bit of that content in as well. Good Thursday morning to you. June the 17th. How are you doing? How have you been? I'm well. I did not vlog yesterday, but I did do my watercolor challenge, and I'll show you that in a little bit, and I'll also put in a little bit of the footage from that, from the live stream. Also, Tuesday afternoon, I worked in my polymer clay, so I'll add a little bit of that footage as well, and I'll show you the two little cutie patooties that I made with that. So today I'm about to leave. Actually, I've decided that I'm going to try to get out of the house more often. I just feel like I need to get out of the house more. And so, and I had planned on doing this for months anyway, but I'm about to leave, and I'm going to take my laptop and I'm going to do a little bit of pre-planning my D&D. I know I'm such a nerd. My D&D session for Saturday, and maybe sketch a little bit, work a little bit on some sketches and stuff. There is a hair. So I'm going to leave for a couple of hours, and then come back, and I got laundry to do. Today is laundry day. Thursday's laundry day. So, oh my gosh, Barry was like, I think I need to take Phoebe in. I'm like, what's the matter? It's her leg. I look, and y'all, there is this humongous, I'm talking the biggest tick I think I've ever seen in my life. So we've got to work on that. I can't hold her down and get it off at the same time. She's just too big, and she kind of doesn't want you touching it, because I'm sure it's sore because it's so engorged with her blood, poor thing. So I'm going to have to wait for Barry to get home and have him hold her down so I can pluck it out. So yeah, I was like, but I don't understand, because she's got the collar that prevents ticks and fleas, so I don't understand how she got this tick. I don't know. So, but anyway, so we've got a double checker. Now I'm worried about all the animals, you know. So I gotta like just really check them, make sure that they're okay and that they don't have ticks on them. Ugh, so gross, so gross. Oh, its little legs were moving under its fat little body. I was like, oh no. So it just has to wait till Barry gets home. I hate it. I wish I could just go ahead and get it off. Just knowing it's there is just really just, but anyway. So I'm about to head out, and but I just wanted to pop on and see how y'all been, and add in the footage from yesterday. Oh, I'll turn this around and let you see what I did. All right, y'all. Lizzie, I'm like an old person trying to figure out how to do this.
So, the prompt was misty, foggy water. So I went ahead and took a clean brush, clean water, and just put it all over the paper first. I had really no idea how I was going to do this. I've never done anything like this before. So I just knew to start there, right? And so I used black, Payne's Gray, and indigo. It's pretty much the only colors I used. Besides, at the land part, I did use just browns, right? So with the water, what I did was I made like mountain peaks is what I decided I was going to do with the waters. And then just make it look like there was the reflection of the trees in there. And then I used white, and I think this is what brought it all together, is using, I used white ink to do this. And y'all, this is the best water I have ever painted in my life. I was obsessed with this. To say that I was proud is an understatement. I was so thrilled with the way that this came out. It was lovely. I used a script brush and just laid it on the side, and I think that was the key. Loved it. And then here are the polymer clay little donuts that I made. I lost the footage, and that's why the footage is not in there. But they're super duper cute. I've got to get them, I still have to get them baked. So, but yeah, I loved this. This was so much fun. I don't know if it conveys misty, foggy waters, but I did the best that I could, and I really am really happy with it.
Well, good Friday, June the 18th, 2021 to you. How's everybody doing? How's everybody been? Oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell you the day I had yesterday. Okay, so I believe I mentioned in my previous vlog that I was going to go out more, and I also believe I mentioned that I found a tick on Phoebe. yesterday, right? Okay, so I did end up going out. I was gone for about 2 hours. It was such a beautiful day yesterday. You know, we do, when I say it gets hot here, it's like you can't even breathe. It gets so hot. And it's a lot to do with the humidity because, you know, we have a bunch of pine trees around. And so when you have a lot of pine trees, it's a lot of humidity. So I ate lunch out, and then I worked on a few things on my laptop. So 2 hours, beautiful. It was so nice, right? And so I get ready to leave, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a 5-minute walk. And I had on sandals, but they had cushions on, you know, a sole cushion. So I was like, yeah, this should be fine. If I would have only walked what I originally was going to walk, I would have been fine. But, oh, did I do that? No. I decided that I was going to just keep walking. It was such a beautiful day, and I felt so good. And, you know, I was just like, I'm just going to walk. About halfway back, I realized, if you're on TikTok, you know the, oh, no. Okay, well, that was going through my head because I'm like, oh my gosh, I screwed up so bad. I could already feel on my left foot, on the ball of my left foot, the skin moving around where I had already gotten a blister, and it already had popped, and it was just sloughing off, right? I was like, this is not good. And I also felt on my right foot kind of the same thing, but not as bad. And I was like, oh, crap, this is not going to be good. So I get home, and sure enough, there is probably about that size hole where my skin used to be on my left ball of my foot. And I was like, no. So I cleaned it, put Neosporin on it, put a Band-Aid on it. I know you're supposed to let him breathe, but we're talking about the bottom of my foot. And I'm like, I gotta walk. I don't want to take a chance of it getting dirty, you know, and it getting infected or whatever. So then Barry gets home. So we're trying to take this tick off of the big baby Phoebe. People think, oh, German Shepherds are so mean. They're the biggest babies. They are the biggest babies. And so I'm trying to hold her because I'm like, I'm not touching that tick. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. You've got to do it. I will hold her. Well, she kept sliding because we were trying to do it in here because this is the best lighting we have in the house, right? And so the floor is laminate, and so it's slick, of course. And so she was trying to move, and she took one of her big claws, they're about that big, and just jammed it up my knee. So I have a slash it's about that long, and it still hurts. So I've been cleaning it, put Neosporin on it as well. So my foot hurts, my knee hurts. Now my thumbs. I'm telling you, I feel like I got beat up yesterday. So I've talked about this before, my nails, because I already have thin, brittle nails anyway. They flake off even. I've got my mom's nails. It's kind of nails she had. No matter what we do, that's what happens. The only thing that has ever helped is putting gel nail polish on, right? But I damaged my nail beds a few months ago when I was trying to take off the nail polish. I filed them too much, right? And so I know that's part of the problem why they split. This nail is literally split to about right there. This part of my nail got hung, and it is just barely hanging on until it grows out enough or whatever. But so that hurts. So I'm just like, oh my God, I just feel like I got beat up yesterday. Literally beat up from head to toe almost. Thankfully not my head, but so that was my day yesterday. But I felt really good. I was gonna go out again today, but I don't know. I don't think I can do a lot of walking because my foot is still really hurting. And I think it'd be best just to try to stay off of it as much as I can. I didn't get my laundry done yesterday, which I was okay with. I'm like, you know, this is more important right now for me to just be out and getting some fresh air, some sunshine. It's okay. So I'm finishing that up today anyway. I did work on some ideas that I had for my chipboard journal. So I kind of did a little bit of just experimenting, I guess you would say. I ordered some paper. Hopefully it'll be here in our cardstock and by next week, so that I can really decide what I want to do, because the chipboard is a little thick, and I think what I want to do, and I'm afraid my scan and cut, I think it'll be able to cut it, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't know if I want just black, you know. So I have this paper, which is really thick. This is Park Lane, and it's 110 pounds, but I can't find any in colors. So I think what I want to do, but it's, I mean, it's pretty thick. So I think how I'm going to do it is I'm going to end up having this as like the cover part, and I want to do some cut out of something. I have it in my head what I want to do. I just don't want to give it away yet till I know for sure it looks okay. And then have the chipboard itself behind it, and so that way the cutout will kind of look, and then put maybe some pattern paper on the chipboard too. I had already planned on doing that on the back side of the chipboard anyway, but I'm just wondering if maybe I need to do it on the front side too, or just leave it black. So those are things that I'm going to work on, but I just want to see the color, because I got color paper, but it was 100 pound. I couldn't find 110 pound colored solid core color paper. So I got 100 pounds, so I'm hoping it's going to be at least this thick, if maybe not, you know, if it's just a little bit lighter, it might be okay, but we'll just see. So I'm waiting on that. So I did work on that, and today I've got to finish editing this vlog. I've been doing pretty good about editing the day after to make sure that I've got everything ready to go for Saturday, because I still want to have Saturday be my vlog day, that I post my vlogs on Saturday. So yeah, so that's what I'm planning on doing today. I need to edit this video. I also want to finish what I was working on yesterday, and so I think I am gonna stay here, even though I wouldn't mind going out. I'm glad that I found my, even on my laptop, my favorite video editing software is on there, so I can always edit as I'm out too. So, and that's my plan to do as well. So, but yeah, I just have to decide, excuse me, have to decide what I want to do next week. So, but for sure, live streaming will be on Wednesday. And again, I don't know if I'll live stream any other day, but for sure on Wednesdays. So, it's just how the mood will strike me if I want to live stream or not, you know. So, all right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all had a great week. I hope that you're going to have a great weekend. All right, y'all. Y'all be good to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.